The thing that led me to the Adams speakers was what I need is speakers that make my music sound good. I don't need clinically necessarily accurate to the point of being painful. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you'll see a beautiful face, and it's a beautiful face. And some lenses will make it look the way it is, which is beautiful. Some lenses will amplify the problems with that face. And the same thing is true about music. Some speakers are able to give it its fullness and make it sound great, and I don't mean in a fake way. But some are so critical, I guess, in the way that they reproduce sound that are clinical, I guess that's the word I'm using, that with the M&Ks, my synthesized strings sounded even more like synthesized strings. You know, it didn't have the fullness, and so that didn't work. I went for my tannoys. I had some big, I forget what they were called, 10-inch, the ones that look like little refrigerators. And then I went to the M&Ks, and I had talked to Chuck Choi and Ernie Lee about the people they have worked with, and I think Danny Elfman had just gotten some 33As or whichever 3As, whichever ones they got. And in talking to Dave, you know, about the size of my room and everything, I realized that what I needed was a real near field, a midfield monitor. I didn't want some near field monitor to try to do the work in this room, because it's a big enough room to warrant big speakers. So I got the S4As, and then I got the sub 12 woofer to go with them, and man, it's great. I told Dave, this is as close, when I listen to these speakers, it's as close to sex with a supermodel as I'll ever get. It's true. And Dave Spock was great. I mean, he just, you know, he's there to serve. And what I love about it is that he is totally focused on the sound of the speakers. You know, his comments about what he's hearing, you could play some great cue you've written and everything, and his comments are about the way the speakers sound. And I think that's great. A lot of times you'll have salespeople who, you know, are too salesman-like. I don't know. He's more of a pro guy. I mean, he comes, I think, from more of an engineering and that kind of place rather than just a sales place. And that's so reassuring, because, I mean, my experience of buying equipment had either been, you know, online or going into where some Bon Jovi wannabe was screeching in the corner on the guitar, and having the guys just, you know, the salespeople there are just clueless, really, especially when it comes to high-level pro gear. So when I first walked into RSPE, I always forget the initials, it was unbelievable. A place dedicated to professional gear. It was just, it blew my mind totally. It was the first time I'd ever experienced that. So, so anyway, I'm a big fan. Yeah. And I'm a huge fan of these Adams speakers.